Well, all right. So this morning I'm going to take a look. Well, let me backtrack. So yesterday, it's that time of the year, and you look on Craigslist, you find all kinds of stuff. And yesterday I ran across one of the old edgers, a gas-powered edger, not a four-stroke, not a trimmer or anything, but it was just somebody got tired of it, I guess. But and I used to like these things. You always seem to get a really good, clean cut on your yard. And I have a real old one. It has the old Tecumseh engine and all that stuff, the Eager-1, I believe. And you know, it's seen better days, but it still works, right? And the little portion of my yard that needs edging is so small, it's like, well, I don't want to invest in anything else. But anyway, I came across this one on Craigslist, went over there and snagged it. It was just sitting there on the side of the road. So let me show you what I got. Well, there she blows. This is the Craftsman Edger trimmer. And you see it has that Eager-1 engine on it. You used to see these everywhere, you know, and kind of now I don't see a whole lot of them. This one is actually in better shape than mine. Looks like it has a new filter on it. Is that carburetor gone? Nope, that has a diaphragm. I was expecting to see a float bowl hanging there, but it looks okay. I mean, everything is moving the way it should. This is adjusting so that you can adjust back and forth, slide the wheels back and forth, and adjust the width from your sidewalk over to the edge, or across the median, or whatever you need to do. And this is on the right hand side. I think mine is on the left. Yeah, everything looks really good, doesn't it? There's a little oil dribbling down here. Oh, not bad. And I can check the oil, make sure it's not leaking anywhere. Gas is bone dry. So hopefully this one's just gonna start up right away, but we'll see. And this, they rotate this way, don't they? Looks like the blade is on the other way. And it's hitting the deal here. Let's see. Well, I'll check that out in a minute. I think that's, the blade should be flipped. Nope, this side, what does that say? This side, something is worn out. Nope, this side out. Okay. I was wrong. But I think I'll, looks like there's some buildup on this side. Okay. This might be a really short video, but I was kind of surprised. It's in really good shape. It doesn't look like it's been sitting outside. It looks like it's been sitting in somebody's garage. So let me gas it up and see if it'll crank. Well, got gas in it. You can see where I kind of spilled it around. Let's see, that's on stop. This one's on fast. Choke is all the way on. Let's see if it'll crank. Well, it definitely got spark. I just shocked myself on them. Okay, nothing so far, so let's play with the carburetor. I'm going to take the filter off and see if I spray some starter fluid in there. I know it gets a spark because I just shocked myself with it. Alright, let's take this off. And filter is actually pretty nice. Yeah, this carburetor is a little different than what I'm used to seeing. I was expecting to see, I think mine in there has a bowl on the carburetor. This one has a diaphragm. But okay, that should be plenty. I'll put the choke half on. How's that? Okay, well, it cranked, but once it burned off all the starter fluid, it stopped. So let's take the carburetor off, give it a good cleaning, and see how that goes. Alright, can you see what I'm doing there? I'm casting shadows all over the place, but there's the carburetor. Let's get this fuel line pinched off. There it goes. Might be a split on the line. Just right there, so I'll replace the fuel line. No sweat. Here we go. Yeah, I think it has a little split right up here, right with the nozzle. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we'll take care of that later. Alright, this is an 11 millimeter. Let's get this other side. And there's the linkage. Let's see. Make sure we take note of which one that came out of. There we go. And the gasket looks good. So this thing has been serviced before, no doubt. I mean, it's... But let's get this little thing cleaned off. Check the diaphragm, and we'll go from there. Alright, so let's check the diaphragm first. Yeah, it's good and flexible. That feels good. It's not as stiff as I was thinking it was going to be. You see the little pin in here, and it's spring loaded. Yeah, it looks pretty clean, doesn't it? I'm going to take note how many turns I go here. There's a half. Yeah, that was only about 3/4. Right there. I'm going to go ahead and take it out and clean all this off too. Man, everything looks good. So you can see the needle poking out right there. And I went out there's where it was. I'm going to back it out another half a turn. Alright, let's check this one. There's a half, and there's 1 1/4. Man, I have to say, it's actually looking pretty good. There. Alright, that's where it was, 1/4. There's the idle adjustment. And you can see where the fuel goes in. Now I'm going to push the pin in. It's spring loaded in there, and it's coming out. So yeah, everything looks good. Wow. Let's put it together real quick. You just need a little adjustment, you know? Never hurts to take a peek. See that little hole here? When I push on this, it's pushing up on that little needle valve and allowing gas to go through. But if it is stiff and it's not moving, if I jam it up in there, then it's going to start leaking out of here, right? Because it should be flexing back and forth. That little spring load should be pushing it out and stopping the fuel. All right. Let's see what happens. A mild cleaning, and we'll see what happens with this diaphragm. All right, so here we are again. It'll be a quick install. Oop. I'm just going to clean this up over here a little bit, because I know I'm going to check the oil. Might as well clean all that off before, while it's easy to get to. It's one thing I hate about these. The bolt comes in from behind, and then you put the nut on. But sometimes it's a pain in the butt to get to the bolt, you know. Holding the bolt in with a finger. Let's see if I can get this nut on. One thing I've always hated about these Eager-1 carburetor mounts. There's one. Let's get this other one. Nope, sorry about that. I'm probably blocking your view again. There we go. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and try to find a little piece of fuel hose. Yeah, and that little clamp is falling apart on me too. So let me get all that out of the way. Yeah, that clamp is falling apart. So let me find a piece of fuel hose. Alright. So it looks like I've got, where did that come off of? Some spare fuel lines here, filters, all that good stuff. This looks like it'll be perfect. I just cut it down to size a little bit from there to, looks like about right there. That'll be perfect. Alright, so how much gas did I put in there? Is it just going to spill all over the place on me? Yep. Dang it. Maybe I'll just drain it into here. go. Alright, I think that'll do it. We'll put that gas back in when I'm done. It's almost a little too long. Look at that elbow there. I don't know if that's going to be pinching it there and keeping fuel from getting in. I think I'm going to go ahead and trim it off a little more. Damn, that's on there. Maybe it'll come off easier from the top. Maybe about a ½ inch. There we go. That's perfect. See if we can get some of this gas back in. This doesn't have a... Probably going to spill it everywhere. Alright, a bit messy, but maybe I got 80%. And I wonder why my gas is dying. My grass is dying back here. So, alright. Let's see what that does. And I'll probably need to make some adjustments on this side. Let's see if it'll crank. I think I'm gonna spray some more in there. There we go. Well, I can't tell if it's leaking fuel because I spilled fuel all over the place. So I think I'm going to try to dry all this off. Alright, I think it's dry. Choke is on this time. Feels like, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. On this lever here, on the linkage, it was hanging up on that little rear throttle. I'm bending it up so it'll, there it goes. Now it's going smooth. I doubt if that was a problem. I think that was just something I found when I was playing around with it. But we need to find out why there's no fuel getting in there, and it might be that that diaphragm. I have the choke 3/4 of the way on. And I doubt if I have another diaphragm to replace that. I seriously doubt it. Just for kicks, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to flip that diaphragm, flip it over and put it back on and see what that does. Alright, well, I flipped it over. It's a long shot, but what the hell. I noticed when I initially took it off and I pushed the little needle in and gas is flowing in, so apparently on that diaphragm when it's supposed to suck up and compress that little pin, it's not doing it. So I flipped it over, and when I looked at it, I was like, well, maybe that's right. Maybe that's, well, we'll see. I'm going to give it another shot. We'll see what happens. Nope. All right. Well, all right, fooled around with it a little bit, tried to clean the carburetor, everything was looking good. I think the problem was that that diaphragm was put in upside down. I flipped it over and looks like it's cranking right up, so I guess that was the whole problem the whole time. Somebody must have serviced it, put it on wrong, and then once it wouldn't start, they just got tired of messing with it and stuck it out on the curb. I guess that was a semi-easy fix. Luckily, I didn't have to replace that because I don't have a replacement. I'm sure we can find one online, but just take a look at that. I just took a look at it and started thinking, man, it's going the wrong way. But anyway, so we got another Edger to sell off. It's actually a pretty nice one. But well, that's it for this video. Real quick, short and sweet, easy fix, and once again, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch for my next video.